very good morning to one and all present here. I, Dr. Binula Christie, on behalf of Calwin Hospital, extend my warm welcome to you all, respected guests of honor, dignitaries, and delegates. It's an honor to have you all here today on this update on Cardiology 2024. A conference is a celebration of knowledge. All knowledge of reality starts from experience. We are here with a focus to provide a platform for interaction and sharing the knowledge from the experience and experts in the field of cardiology. I take privilege and honor in welcoming the chief guest of the day. He is not only an administrator, not only a social reformer, not only an incredible police officer, but a role model to many. For him, serving the society is a main principle on his agenda. His wonderful service made a difference in the larger community for a greater good. For his solemn event today, there could not be an appropriate person to enlighten and enrich the occasion other than the real hero, Dr. Sylendra Babu IPS, retired Director General of Police, Head of Police Force, Tamil Nadu. We welcome you for this big day, sir. Laurels may add to one's fame, but in some special cases, they add the thirst to explore and to contribute more to the community in this challenging world. To be honest, on seeing his biodata, I was astonished by his great achievement. I was little confused what to mention and what not. Such an inspiring personality. He did his MSc Agriculture, Bachelor of General Law, MA in Population Studies, MBA, PG Diploma in Cybercrime Investigation, PhD from the University of Madras. He has been trained in USA for leadership training on international crime issue and top-level management training. He represented India in Asian Master Athletic Championship in Mangong. He received several gold medals in state shooting competition and awarded Championship of Champion title in shooting on 2017 and 2023. He has cycled 4,200 kilometers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. He has swam 28.7 kilometers from Sri Lanka to India in 12 hours and 20 minutes. He has received several medals from Prime Minister and President. The President Medal for Life Saving in 1997, the President Police Medal for Meritorious Service in 2005, the President's Police Medal for Distinguished Service in 2013, Chief Minister Medal for Outstanding Devotion on Duty, Chief Minister Medal for Gallantry for Armed Encounters with Naxalites in 1993. I sincerely wish that this conference will be a grand success in a way not only to share the opportunity of knowledge but a worthwhile task in training the young doctors who will shape the country's future. Thank you.
For this, I would like to invite Dr. Sylendra Babu IPS, Dr. George Koshi, Dr. Madhu Sridharan, Dr. Calvin David Singh and Dr. Hanush Raj to kindly come forward and do us the honor of lighting the lamp. Thank you all. I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Sylendra Babu IPS, to share a few words.
Dr. Calwin, respected Dr. Hanush Raj, respected Dr. Koshi, Dr. Madhu, distinguished doctors, ladies and gentlemen, It's my proud privilege to be a guest of this very useful seminar, Cardiology Update, organized by Dr. Calwin Hospital. I must really thank Dr. Calwin for inviting me to this very special training program. Training, as you know, is an integral part of the knowledge workers' professional growth and development. In the police department also, we organize several training to the police officers. Empowerment of the police, empowerment of the public. For example, in the street, if somebody has a heart attack, probably many of the people who walk by the road may not even know how to save that person, how to do a CPR to that person. Even police officers, if an inspector of police is really having a heart attack, do you think how many policemen will know how to do a CPR? It's very doubtful. That's why we organize training. There's a saying that you can make an elephant dance if you train it. So training is especially in a science like medicine, where every day something is trending. Science and technology is coming every day. So in this conference, probably it's a great honor because I may know one or two cardiologists, but 12 cardiologists are already invited. They are here. It's an occasion to meet all of you. 2 years ago, when I was in my office on a Sunday like this, I got a call from a policeman from the Chennai City Police that the Commissioner of Police is not well. He is complaining of chest pain, and he is really, really miserable. So I was keeping a meeting with my friend, my deputy officers. One of the senior officers meant for law and order, Thamarakannan, is a very resourceful person. He understood what's the real problem. My office is different, Commissioner's office is in a different place. He called a number. Doctor, where are you now? He said, I am in T Nagar shopping with my family. Can you come to the Apollo Hospital? Yes, I'll be there in 15 minutes. So the Commissioner of Police who had the problem, a heart attack, was taken there in 15 minutes. In 1 hour, an angioplasty was held and he was brought to the room and we all went there. By the time the family, they were all there. Next few days, I was holding the fort of City Police also. But on third day, he joined for duty. And he is the Director General of Police and head of the police force today in Tamil Nadu. Just imagine a situation, we don't have a cardiologist. We don't have the science of interventional cardiology today. Many, many people may not be alive now. Probably some of us may not be alive. 50 years ago, in Kanyakumari, somebody has a heart attack. What would have happened? He would have died. Probably people would have said that his time is over, his fate is over, or very, very common way they say he had a very peaceful death. Worse, they will say he had an attack of evil spirit. Evil spirit came and slapped him, they'll say. So much has changed. Therefore, I like to really appreciate all of you for the great service the doctors are doing to the community. As I said, you are the reason for smiles in our faces. I'm an endurance sportsman. Do you think it's possible for me to cycle from Kashmir to Kanyakumari or swim from Sri Lanka to India without a help of a cardiologist? Before every endurance sports, I go and check my heart. Of all the organs, heart should be in good condition. In fact, I go for a regular scan. What do you call the some with the dye they do a scan? Okay, CT angio. I do it because we never know if there's a block. Do you think I can run a full marathon? I may die there. So we have such a facility, doctors. Not only me. You know, if you look at the history, 1947. What is the longevity of human beings at the time in India? During the time of independence in 1947, the longevity, otherwise called the expectancy, life expectancy at birth, that's the correct word, expectancy of life at birth was 32 years. That means an average Indian who was born at the time can expect to live for 32 years only. Doesn't mean everybody will die at the age of 32. Some people may live longer, some may be lesser. The point was that it's a clear indication that many people died, like flies. Now today, 2024, it is 67 and 68. Am I right? Something Very close to that. 2 times. Who is responsible for this? One of the most important development was the development in the field of science and doctors, allopathic doctors. It's very important to mention this here. I have written a book on that. I have written a book called Health and Happiness. So I have mentioned in that book that in this book, in any place I have mentioned a doctor, that means he is a person who has studied at least minimum MBBS. Those people only I mentioned here as doctors. Because anywhere in the world, there are 206 sovereign countries in the world, they follow only allopathic medicine. They had their own system of medicine, not only in India, everywhere in the world. They had some system of medicine much, much longer, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years. But they don't live those systems anymore because it doesn't really work. It doesn't work. So you are, again, responsible for the smile at the face. I want to emphasize this again and again because there are a lot of young doctors. Last week I met a young doctor. She was just trying for the PG course. She was upset and angry. My classmates are already in the IT field. They are earning 1,50,000 rupees. I am not that settled. And I am not going to get settled in another 10 years, 15 years. What is that comes out of your service? It's not simply 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupee. You think about that. Okay, once I remember I was the commissioner of police in Coimbatore and I went to Dubai to meet my classmate who was working with me in the bank. I was a bank officer, he was a bank staff. But today he is a vice president of a international bank in Dubai. So when we were talking and I asked him, what is your salary? He said, I was drawing at the time 20 lakh rupee a month. He asked me, what is my salary? I said, it was 85,000 rupees. And I told him, this is huge. What you are drawing is huge salary. And it's big money, which I can't even see in my lifetime. And on hearing this, he said, Babu, we'll do one thing. You come here and occupy my place. Give me the post of Commissioner of Police, Coimbatore City. I am from Coimbatore. I know that place, your house, the bungalow in 5 acres of land. And your police guard in front of that. And you come to the people talk to your name. And here nobody knows me. Okay? So you can't simply come. It's something, what job you are doing is something very special. It's life-saving endeavor. Therefore, you must feel proud. But I also know that doctor's job is not that easy now. It's very difficult. It's highly challenging. The public may not even know. They can't even distinguish between a doctor and a quack. That is one problem. The second problem is in India, everybody is a doctor. You tell somebody that I am not feeling well. I have a small shoulder pain because I was cycling. He will immediately give you a medicine. He will say, you do this plant and that plant and this nut, you crush it and apply it. I don't know where he learned this great medicine. It's very difficult to find out. So, people have strange ideas, which has come from thousands of years, very difficult to change. I have posted a video about my food habit in the Instagram and in the Facebook 2 days before. Omelette, it goes on. It's very special. What happened, when I went to Madurai, I had 3 eggs and 1 papaya, and this papaya is seedless papaya. It's loud a comment, sir, please don't eat seedless papaya. You will also become seedless. You understand this? Genetically modified. You will become infertile, impotent. And one fellow, sir, please don't advocate this is very dangerous. What they think, the traditional system of Indian medicine, they directly connect the papaya without seeds and a man without any masculinity. Direct connection. So, hybrid varieties are dangerous, they say. Genetically modified. You know what people do not know? Whatever you are eating today, rice, wheat, or potato, or papaya, or brinjal, everything is already genetically modified. Not one variety is the original variety. All are hybrid. Thousands of years ago, 3,000, 4,000 years ago. 3,000 years ago, there is no cabbage, no cauliflower, no nulkol. They are all weeds in river Thames. None of the food you are eating today is native of India. Many of them, 90%, are from South America, or Africa, or some other country, or Australia even. So people have less idea. You know, this green Oliver turtle from Kanyakumari to Chennai, they say in 1 kilometer distance, once upon a time, 3,000 Oliver turtles used to come. Now hardly 1 or 2 or 3 will come. They're all killed by our people for their blood. You know why they drink their blood? The medical practice or faith is, if you drink the blood, your lungs will become powerful. Because this turtle will stay inside the water for 45 minutes. So think, if that blood you drink, your lungs also become, directly they connect. Once upon a time they say the cinema actor and the former chief minister, MGR, was so colorful because he was eating all the gold. Gold color, you eat, you also become gold color. Direct connection, something, you're all from Kerala, you know. Once I was hunting for Veerappan, suddenly one fellow came with a gun. I was about to shoot him, then I thought, okay, I'll not shoot him, I'll ask who is this guy. He was aiming his gun to me, but he was not Veerappan. So I told him, please stop. He stopped. Then I caught him. He was coming here to hunt the Nilgiris langar, you know, kind of a monkey. You know what for? In central Kerala, there's a practice. If you drink this lehiam, a concoction made out of the Nilgiris langar, is a aphrodisiac. It's good for people to have their erectile dysfunction and for probably, you know, having a baby. It's called Karangorangi lehiam in Kottayam. One parcel of Karangorangi lehiam cost 10,000 rupees. You know why Karangorangi lehiam became very popular as an aphrodisiac? Because this langar will always make love. In the wild, if you see, they'll be always busy making love. So they think, if this can do, this man also can do it. I don't know medically it is correct or not. Directly connecting. And one such fellow gave a complaint in the police station in Coimbatore. Sir, from this fellow, Samiyar fellow, I have purchased 5 times Karangorangi lehiam. Still my wife has not conceived. 5 times, 50,000 rupees. Okay, I inquired what happened, how did you pay? Yes sir, I paid this 10,000 rupees, he gave me a lehiam. But he said, one condition to me and my wife, when you are eating this Karangorangi lehiam, you should not think about the Karangorangi. At the time you should not remember and quite unfortunately in all the 5 times, since this fellow said it, so second time when I went there, he asked me, okay, I gave you the medicine, 10,000 rupees. Did you ever think of this Karangorangi? Yes sir. Quite honestly, that is the one which came to my mind. So look at the way they sell quacks. There are more quacks than regular doctors in this country. That's my assessment. In fact, once we have, through IMA's recommendation, one day we arrested 700 quacks. Some of them are having roaring practice. Even more practice than the qualified doctors in the locality. 750 quacks one day we arrested. And they filed a case against me. And I was supposed to pay 20,000 rupees to each of them. Just imagine, I will become a bankrupt the first day itself. If at all I pay. Ultimately, the IMA came to my help. They have defended my case in the Supreme Court. So the point is, there is much powerful lobby and people's ignorance. Under these circumstances, working for a qualified doctor is real challenge because people's knowledge, superstitions, their faith, so much. When I went to the police training college, I asked them why they are not giving any chicken to because mutton is very costly for the policemen, So chicken, they said, chicken is cold, chicken is hot to the body. I'm asking the doctor, is there any medicine, anywhere in the medical science that if you eat chicken, your body will become hot? But they believe it. And if you eat mutton, it is becoming cold. And they 100% believe it, even IPS officers. So under these circumstances, working is really sometimes dangerous. I remember in Tuticorin, one lady doctor was murdered. She was the sister of my own classmate. She was serving the community for 40 years. And she used to treat people free. Such a popular lady. Even she was murdered. In Madras Medical College, medical superintendent in 1955, he was killed by a mob. So people have they attack hospitals. So police have a very close relationship with doctors, hospitals. We know what can happen if a crowd comes to the hospital, so we make extra arrangements. And there are vexatious people. There are litigants who can file a case against doctors, blackmailing people, anywhere, we'll say any number of cases. So all along, anywhere, there is always a understanding between medical department and police department. After all, you save life, we also protect life. And at every level, senior level, police level, whenever we go and settle in a place, doctors will be a good friends, and we know the difficulty faced by the doctors. When I was the chief of the police force, I was issued an order how to deal with complaints against the doctors. I don't know how many of you have seen that order. It's a very comprehensive order enlisting all the Supreme Court judgments and High Court judgments in the last 50 years. So we have given an instruction that police officers, when they get a complaint against the doctor, they should not register a case unless the opinion of the government surgeon from the medical college is taken that a prima facie case of negligence is committed by the doctor, first of all. Evidence. Only if a qualified senior surgeon is satisfied that there is a negligence, which is not even 1 in 100 cases. All others are motivated. False complaints. Many false complaints. Doctors have been arrested. They are sent to jail. I know. Many cases. We have to interfere and stop. Number 2, even if there is a negligence, the doctor should not be arrested. These are all Supreme Court judgments, in fact. This is not my own order. It's all there. Doctor shouldn't be harassed because you are very relevant, very important for the society. As I told you, you are very essential for the people's happiness, in fact. Every year there's a report, I don't know whether doctors follow this report. Every year there'll be a World Happiness Index report coming up. Which country people are happier? Okay? So I thought maybe Indians must be generally happy people. Even without anything, they'll be happy, they'll smile, Rich people say poor people are more happy. So I thought maybe they are happy. Some of the very typical statement from the rich and famous people is that, I am not happy. Look at the poor people. Every day 500 rupees he is earning. He has a wife, how smiling they are. Just a comment you can make. So I thought India, but according to the report, out of the 156, we are somewhere in the 136th position. We are one of the most unhappiest people in the whole world. Do you know what are the reasons? How do they measure happiness? There are certain indicators. Number 1, per capita income. Money is a very important factor. If a man does not have money, he cannot be happy. Seriously. You can say outwardly, as a motivational person, and as a religious person, spiritual person, you can advise. So practically anybody would like to be rich and unhappy is better than being poor and happy. I will prefer that. Okay. So it's a whole hypocrisy. Okay, the point is per capita. Number 2, social security. Some countries, Scandinavian countries, America, even most of the European countries, the government will give a reasonable amount to an unemployed person. Suppose you are a doctor, you are earning 1 lakh rupee, but next 6 months there is no job. The government will give you that 1 lakh rupee. Yes, at least 80,000. My relatives are in USA and Switzerland. They get it. Okay, number 2. Number 3, they have something called generosity. How people are generous, helping each other. They recognize the other person as a citizen of the same country, as his brother and sister. He doesn't see the other man as from Karnataka or from a Hindu or Muslim or this caste or that caste. If you think that, you have no generosity. This is one point. Then they say freedom. Freedom of expression, freedom of, choice of language, choice of job, choice of marrying a person. We don't even have that here. First of all, even so same caste, same gotra, and the important thing is horoscope. 10 points must match. Whether horoscope any signs or not is another question. Okay, what our star mentioned there is not at all proved. It's a different star. Anyway, that is a big issue. So ultimately, what is more important? Health. Only if people are healthy, they can be happy. We all know it. Therefore, in the happiness index of the people, doctors play a very important role. So this makes you even more special. Therefore, the police, the government should always support doctors. Doctors are very important people to be seen. So at the last point I would like to really make clear to you, doctors should be role models for health. You should not only treat patients, you should lead a life, a very healthy life. It's very important. I have seen some of the doctors coming up for marathon running, cycling with me. Yes, and like doctors like Ashwin. What's his name? Ashwin. But he's one of the very inspirational doctors. And he goes to the gym, works out in the gym, runs. Orthopedic doctor. Yes, YouTuber. He's very famous. I know many of them, many doctors, male and female. So it's one of your responsibility, to lead, to be a role model, to be a superstar in health itself that you show probably all doctors particularly. Because something, all these fake doctors are more healthy than you. Look at the quacks. They go to gym and work out and they say, you eat this, you will be happy, your heart will not have any problem. They will say, you eat tomato because tomato has also heart like chambers, 4 chambers. Therefore, you eat this, you will become healthy. Your heart problem will solve. But he is working. Yesterday I saw a Samyar, corporate Samyar. He is working out in the gym. And he will go and say, ladies and gentlemen, please meditate. Please do yoga. Then you will be all problems. Your diabetes will disappear. Your heart block will clear. I saw him working out for 1 full hour in the gym. And he will say, do Surya Namaskar. Everything will be all right. You may think he is healthy because of his yoga. But actually he is healthy because of the workout. He is weight, lifting a weight and running. So, when they are so healthy, you know the science behind health. So every doctor from the very first day, because I see many doctors very busy, attending to patients, treating people, not even sleeping. Just now only, Dr. Hanush was saying that stress is an important problem in heart attack. People get stressed, then they may get a heart attack. So what I say is, people don't have any work will also get a lot of heart attack. We may think that policemen are busy. Yes, they are busy. But there are a lot of people, no work at all. They also get heart attack. People run many days and they also get leg problem. But what I am relieved to know that people who don't even run, they also get leg problem, pain. So it's all question of science. So let us sum up. Let me congratulate Dr. Kevin for organizing this second annual cardiology update. It will improve the knowledge, skills and attitude of doctors. Training is an important part of professionalism, knowledge workers. Doctors are very great, integral part of the society. You are the people who are responsible for the health and happiness of the general public. I used to say whenever they call me to the school and colleges, what kind of job I can do? I tell them, you must take a job which you will be willing to work even if you are not paid anything. Okay? Yes. That should be your correct job. I declare now, if you give me the DGP's job, I will go and work without any payment. Because there is intrinsic pleasure. Why DGP? Give me the inspector of police job. Now that I am retired, I will work. You don't have to give me anything. Because there is so much pleasure. Look at the face, the man coming in so much pain. One day I was a superintendent of police in a district. So we have intercom. I was staying in the first floor. Intercom rang and man was dying. He was my security officer. He's dying. I can hear the noise. So I thought somebody would have shot him dead. I had some problem of Naxalites at the time. So I took the gun and went inside and saw the man was dying dead like this. He was speaking. What happened? Pain. Pain. So I took the car, took him to the chief medical officer at the time in Sivagangai. He examined and said, sir, there's a problem of kidney stone. Kidney stone. So much pain. And he took him to the hospital, 1 injection, 1 second. Next minute he is all right. No pain. See? So, this is what you are capable. So, you must realize the importance of your own job. Don't mind about the income, mind about the outcome. People may be ungrateful. That's a different thing. People may not even know the worth of your service. They may think just because they went to the small hilltop temple, they got their heart attack problem cleared. They'll go and thank somebody else for the surgery you have done. I remember one police constable was not allowing the doctor to do the surgery because the good time has not come. Really. See the fellows, people's faith. One fellow brought from a church 2 pastors for praying. So when the doctor did the surgery and the man escaped, he went and thanked the 2 pastors. Nalla pray pannீங்க. ஏண்டா டாக்டர் இது பண்ணியிருக்காரு, அவரை போய் தேங்க் பண்ணிய, அது பரவாயில்ல சார், அவர் ஃபீஸ் கொடுத்தாச்சு. அவங்க கணக்க பாருங்க, அது ஃபீஸ் கொடுத்தாச்சு. So in this complicated milieu of doctor's job is a serious challenge, you will know it, but you can understand that. It's all, after all, our people. So but we must also recognize the fact that today, Tamil Nadu particularly, doctors are highly qualified, and Tamil Nadu is a model state now to the whole country. Whole country. How medical service is delivered to the public, government hospital. Madras Medical College, the OP maybe 20,000 people? 20,000 people, yes. So my nephew is sitting there. He said in the place he was working in Kudangalam, something like 200 to 250 people come. 250 people come in the OP. So 250 people lining queuing up. Now, whether you're happy about it or you're not happy about it, that is the question. Some people think 200 people, how can he attend? Bermeo said he'll very gladly attend. In Kanyakumari, since I don't know people coming from outside, Kanyakumari we had a doctor hero called Dr. Somerville, an Englishman who served as a surgeon in Nayur. He came to this place in 1925. You know why he came here? Kanyakumari. He came to India only to climb Mount Everest. In fact, 1924, if you see the marathon, the Olympic medal for mountaineering, he is the man. He got it, but he didn't climb. His co-climber died. Mallory. What Mallory? George Mallory. George Mallory and 13 people died in the avalanche. He survived. He came to Trivandrum. He came and saw the condition of medical practice in Kanyakumari. Pathetic. People were dying like flies of cholera. Many people didn't even know about the nutrition deficiency. So he went to England, came back and started his practice here. His son practiced in CMC Vellore. So this doctor was the hero. It is only on seeing him a lot of doctors in Kanyakumari, they came from his inspiration, Dr. Jayasekharan. Many doctors, Dr. Matthias, Dr. Howard Victor Somerville. And the people of Travancore are so grateful to him. They started a medical college in his name. There's a medical college called Somerville Medical College, Karakoram. Okay? So if a doctor has to know about how the condition was at the time in 1925, he says 300 people will line up. 300 people OP after one surgery. When he does surgery for a lady, the husband will peep through the hole what this man is doing. Very, very interesting stories he is there in the book. He has written a book called Knife and Life in India. Knife and Life in India. A doctor will get an idea how difficult it was. People didn't even know how the cholera spreads. So when they go and give the medicine for cholera or ask them to boil the water, they throw the medicine out. People don't even believe. They spread the rumor that if you eat something given by the doctor, you also become sterile or impotent. So under these situations, they had really survived. And they built institutions, hospitals, clinics, and the health of the people. And they inspired a lot of young people, men and women, to become doctors. So I'll encourage all of you to read his book. He has left a message for all of you. He said, a doctor should do the best he can. A doctor should do the most he can, but he should talk the least that can be talked about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging and inspiring speech. Now I request Dr. Calwin Singh to present a memento to Dr. Sylendra Babu. Thank you, sir. Now Dr. Calvin Singh will give a speech and followed by a vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all. It's a great pleasure to have all of you here. Initially, we thank Dr. Sylendra Babu sir for his inspirational speech. He's a very humble person. We approached him for inauguration ceremony. He came with a smile and he came before time. Today morning itself he reached and he was asking each and every time when I should come. He's a very humble person and we are very happy to have you here, sir. Thank you, sir. So the question arises, why should we conduct a conference? That too in Nagercoil town, why we have to conduct a conference? Once, 3 months ago, I was seeing a patient. He's a post-PTCA patient. I was prescribing statins. We are prescribing statins, rosuvastatin 20 milligram. She said, why can't you give an injection? I think there is an injection which is available, which is given for 6 months. Why can't you prescribe that injection? I was not aware of that injection at that point of time. After 1 or 2 months only, the reps came that there are some injections known as inclisiran, which can be given for once in 6 months for dyslipidemia control. So the question here comes is, we have to compete with the patient's knowledge. Patients are more brilliant than doctors nowadays. Patients, the information is available everywhere. Patients are more brilliant. Patients learn more, and doctors, we don't update. That's a fact. That too, in a private practitioners, we don't update frequently. So it's a time we have to update frequently. At least we have to compete with the patient's knowledge. That is very, very important. The next thing, 6 months ago, I was seeing a patient. He is a very senior person. He was around 50, 55 years. He's a senior scientist in Kudangulam. He came to Anjikramam clinic. His complaint was, sir, my Apple Watch is giving an alarm. This was his complaint. My Apple Watch is giving an alarm. Yeah. Apple Watch is giving an alarm. Then I asked, why you have to go to the iPhone store? Why are you coming here? So he said, sir, previously my heart rate will be 80 or 90, sir. Nowadays it is 110. So for the past 2 days, sir, how should I stop the alarm? He asked me. So I said, okay, sir. Do you have any complaints? Do you have any breathing difficulty? You have any chest pain? Do you have any palpitations? He said, sir, I don't have any symptoms. Today morning itself, I walked for half an hour and I have no breathing difficulty. So he came almost at around 9 o'clock. I was also tired. I asked the duty doctor to do a treadmill test and say him that everything is normal. Send him with a Pantosate tablet. So what happened was they did a treadmill. He ran the first stage. Second stage, he couldn't walk. He complained that he is very dyspneic and I couldn't walk. So we stopped the treadmill. There was no ECG changes in the TMT also in the first and second stages. So then they called me again. Sir, he is complaining of dyspnea and he was not able to walk. I thought he is probably obese. That's why he is having this increased dyspnea. So we thought we will do an echo. It came in a upside down matter. We did an echo. Echo showed a moderate pulmonary arterial hypertension. So we did a CT pulmonary angiogram. There was a huge thrombus in the right main pulmonary artery. So there was a huge thrombus in the right pulmonary artery. We thrombolized and we recovered him successfully. So basically the Apple Watch has saved him, saved his life. So people started using the applications. So nowadays there are applications which can see the BP, pulse, saturation, ECG and even sugar level by means of a simple phone. There are apps which can see the ECG also. So people have started using these applications, but unfortunately doctors, we don't know most of the applications. A lot of this technology is going in advance of science. It's going ahead of science. So most of the technologies which are available, which we don't know, so we have to be updated in these technologies also.
I also have doctor, 68 now. When it increases, I'll come to you. How many stages will you run? I may do on the last one, till the last one. 7th stage. Yeah. But now it's not 70, because you asked the question. It is shooting up.
That's the reason we thought we could conduct the conference. It's our second cardiology update conference. So we are happy to have you all here. We don't know about the future. In another 20 years, how the patients will be there, we don't know. Now itself, there are a lot of AI-mediated diagnostic tools. If you put a symptom, they will give the diagnosis and they will give the medications also. Patients go to the pharmacy. Unfortunately, in India, you can get any medicine in the pharmacy without a prescription. So they give the medicines, patient take the medicines, and if they are okay, they are satisfied. If they doesn't get resolved, they come to the doctor. So this is how the current trend is going on. In future, I don't know whether they will do the surgeries in the home itself and come back with the complications into the hospital. So patients are getting advanced. So our knowledge has to be also get advanced. So that is the reason for conducting this conference. So we are extremely proud that we are able to conduct the conference in southern tip of the Tamil Nadu. So we are really grateful for all the speakers. Most of the speakers I have not seen face to face itself. Once we called, they are very humble to come here and give the talk. We are very thankful. We are thankful to the moderators also. In the busy practice, they are able to spare one day with us. Thank you. Thank you everyone for making this conference a success, and we hope that the conference will be a success, and we will be conducting the conference next year also. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of Coimbatore Medical College PS alumnus, Dr. Nagarasu, Dr. Kannan, Dr. Selva Ganesh, I request all to felicitate Dr. Calvin Davidson. Thank you all. That completes the inauguration ceremony.